going to set up a Gmail account. What I've done is I've Googled Gmail, and down here you've got Gmail for email from Google, sign in and switch, it's easy. Then we've got sign into Google Accounts, and then we've got Google Accounts sign up. I'm actually going to click on that, and this takes me direct to create your Google account. Now, Gmail is really useful because it's accessible anywhere in the world, so you can use it when you're abroad to contact family and friends back home. You can use it on any device, so you can use it on laptops, netbooks, iPads, Android pads, smartphones, Blackberries, and so on and so on. It really is useful from that point of view. You can even use it on a Nintendo Wii and a PlayStation from Sony, so quite useful. Smart TVs as well. It gives you access to nearly every single Google system. So here we've actually got, it says single username and password gets you into everything Google. So it covers search, of course, your mail account, which is Gmail, Google Chrome, YouTube, which Google owns, Google Maps, Google Drive. Now the Drive is useful if you run a business, you can share documents, and also Google Plus, which is their social networking site. On the right hand side of the page here, you'll notice that there's actually a form that you need to fill in. So we'll just have a look at that and just show you how to do it quickly. And what we do, we put in our first name and our last name. You can use tab to move between things. I'm going to set up IT Mad Tutor number 2 in this case, and I'm going to create a password. With passwords, it's really important that you make them nice and strong. It is better to use a string of words rather than a single word. I normally suggest something like a previous address or the house and the street where you were born, something like that, that no one else but you would know. And I'm just going to enter an address that I used to live at here, and you'll notice that what I'm typing in is actually obscured by dots, so it's only known to me. And you'll notice that when I was typing it in, it actually told me that it was a strong password. There was a little pop out that came here. Next thing I do is I need to actually add in my date of birth. To be honest with you, as most of our details are on the internet anyway, you can use your actual address. You need to put in your gender. Reason why you need to do this is that Google actually sort of offers different things to different people. You can put other if you prefer people not to know, so that's fine from that point of view. And they ask for a mobile phone. Now I'm just going to put in my mobile. And basically this allows me to add an extra level of security to my Gmail account. So for example, if you forget your password, you can actually reset it using your mobile phone, which is so much simpler. What they do is they send you a text so that you can actually reset it, and it means that you are protected. No one else can actually get to your account from that point. Right, they also ask for a current address. Well, if you don't have a current address, it's not necessary. The other thing is prove you're not a robot. Now this system here is called CAPTCHA, and it enables you to ensure that, number one, you can read what is actually written on the screen, and if you can't read the numbers, this little button here allows you to actually redo them. So as you can see, I can flick through and have different numbers and things, so this is quite useful. So just put in the verification code. and then you need to put a space in and then put the number 29 in, so it's actually split into two things. Google already recognises where we are, so you've actually got, it says that we're in the United Kingdom at the moment, so if you were abroad setting this up, it would actually indicate which country you were in. And then you need to actually agree to the Google Terms of Service and Privacy Policy. Tick that, and if you want to have a look at it, you can do. If you want to look at it, it's best to right click and open in a new tab, and you can actually read them. I will show you these. They are quite long. This is their terms of service, and it explains about using their services and everything. So it's written in quite reasonable English. It's not too heavy going and everything, so worthwhile having a read if you are interested in how they will protect you. And the privacy policy is really important. They update this on a regular basis, and you can actually read it and check through, and it explains about the information that they collect on you. So if you allow certain things for them to look at, so for example, if you enable Google services on a phone, you can actually allow them to search your local location from GPS signals. You do not have to do this if you don't want. It's not obligatory, and some people do, some don't. I think that we've become so used to using our mobiles on the go, we often forget that knowing where we are, or allowing a company to know where we are, can be a little bit invasive. So it is worthwhile sort of having a think about that. One really important thing is that Google uses secure server lockers for any of their services, which means that even if you're surfing, they use Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. And they also offer the two-step verification. That's what I was talking about with the mobile phone. Very, very worthwhile looking at. Anyway, those are there for you to read if you want. Go back to this, and once you've done that, you just click next step. So I've set myself up yet another account, and now what you've got is how you'll appear. Okay, so here we can actually add a photograph, so that if you decide to join Google+, it allows you to be a visual person on there. You can either put a photograph of yourself or something else. Now, just down here, we've got English United States. If I click on that, I can actually change it to English United Kingdom, which is what I'll do because we're here in the UK. And I'm actually going to skip the adding the photograph. And what we've got here now is we've got welcome, and your new email address is itmadtutor@gmail.com. And I just click get started. And there we are. So what I've done, once I've clicked the Get Started button, I come to my personal information page. Now, on here it's got my name, it says Add Profile, Edit Profile, View Profile. We've got Google Settings, View Your Circles, View Connected Sites. I've got my primary email address here, recovery email, so if I wanted to recover it, and my mobile phone. We've also got security, language, data tools and help. Just have a very quick look at Google settings, and what we've got here is where I can actually set up my personal settings for my Google account. Okay, they do a tour. You can take the tour. I'm not going to do that at the moment because I don't want to. And we've got things like navigate around Google, so as you can see, there's sort of different things. Right, it says who can interact with you in your posts. Now, I can send notifications to people if I want. I can also hang out with different people. I've got a notification delivery address. I've got a phone number that I can add in here. Right, manage subscriptions, occasionally updates about Google Plus activity and friends. I can actually untick these, and I'm going to untick that as well because I don't want that. And then we've got sort of receive notifications about posts. So here we go, mention you in a post. So you can actually untick all of these if you want to keep your information private. A lot of people forget to actually check these things out. So I'm actually going to untick everything on here because this account will be a basic backup one. I don't actually want to use this as my main account. Okay, and this just takes a couple of minutes, but it is worthwhile doing. So, and I'm just going to go down again. Right, and I'm going to untick those. So I've unticked all of those. The next part is about managing apps and activities and customizing and accessibility. Now, the accessibility is really useful if you have problems and you need specialist sort of screen readers and accessibility tools, so that's worthwhile ticking. Right, now the other thing is we've got here photos and videos. Allow viewers to download my photos and videos. I'm going to untick that because I don't want them using that. And the other thing is down here, I'm going to look at my profile and I'm going to remove hashtags. Okay. And the last thing I'm going to look at is here, it's got enable location sharing. I do not want that ticked at the moment, so I'm actually going to leave that unticked because I don't want to share information with the whole of the Google